Alright, let's just see what we can get out of the truck here. All right, before we go any further, let's talk about this here. This is an old workbench. It was in Art's shop, and Todd said he wanted that. I've got an old sewing machine tabletop that looks a lot like this. I don't know what this originally was. Sure does have some age on it, and it's troughed out a lot like that sewing machine top is. Good heavy wood in that. This one has a vise mounted on it. That's part of the vise over there, and there's some more parts of it here that I'm going to have to put back together. And has a drawer that goes into it. And like I say, I'm going to have to kind of figure out how everything fits there. I may have that upside down. In fact, as I'm looking at it, I do have it upside down because the drawer sits right in there. So that's the base of it, and that's the top, and that's the drawer. And I don't really, or I haven't really yet figured out exactly where I want to put that. If I put it in the shop is pretty full right now. I started to organize the shop at a certain point, and then got busy with other things, and then Brandon started working in here a pretty good bit. Never kind of got back to it, but I've got an old, well, that's actually the old sewing machine top that I have on that old saw table. But you know, I could put that desk, I could put it right up under here, I believe. In fact, I wonder if it would fit between these two things. Todd's coming up next week. I think at some point we'll probably want to take that home with him. But I doubt if he's going to take it right away. So if I put it right there, that's about 44 inches between those two. And I don't think it stands any taller than that. And there's nothing under there that's important. So, what did I say, 44 inches? Let's go see how big that top is. Pretty sure it's not 44 inches. .42, pretty close, ain't it? But it will go under there. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this top down in there and clean out from under that and slip that into place. Put the drawer in it and then carry this down and put on top of it. And then, yeah, that'll be a start. Okay, there sits that. Now I'm going to go get the top and sit on top of it. And we'll see how that does. I don't know who this belonged to, if it belonged to anybody, but it's got an interesting looking vise on the end of it down here. And I don't know if I've seen one just like this or not, but the way this seems to work is that you can pull it out But if you raise this button and do that, it locks it so that you can set something in that. You can adjust it free until you lock it like that. Maybe you don't have to raise that button. That seems to be the way that works anyway. I mentioned there's a little hollow in the back of that. I might, if Todd doesn't take that home, I might cut some wood. I cut some little oak strips to fill in the hollow on this table. I might do something similar on that. And I might also put a back on that, so if you set something back in there, it doesn't go through. But I got enough room on either side. I had this box of scrap lumber under there. Scrap lumber, yeah. I had those scrap wood pieces under there. And these are some flooring that I used. They weren't really good to kneel on, so you don't put your naked knees down in the sawdust. And here's some paint that I was using. I can slip it here. So I hadn't really lost any space. Still got as much space as I ever had. And got that little table and drawer there. So I don't know what will become of that, but it's a good safe place for it for now. So let's see what else we can get out of the truck.